Okay, so I think I found a better angle. This part was going to be eyeshadow. So all I did, I took my, these are Boss, dude. I have Clinique stuff to take off my face wash, but I have a whole regimen for cleaning. It's ridiculous, and moisturizing because I get really dry. Even my lips, but that's probably dehydration because coffee. Crazy Dan. It's so good. Just black. Okay, so my brows are done. I have my lips. I repowdered my eyes since I just took off makeup just to kind of make it a little bit smoother for blending while I'm working with the Tartelette palette. I noticed in the video before you can't really see the colors in the Tartelette palette when I put it up close due to my lighting. Maybe you can see it better from far away. Let me clean this mirror off. That was driving me crazy. It even has like a nice little mirror for when you're on the go. But they're really neutral colors. This one, this line is more of a neutral brown, and then you have like a plum-based line, and then you have more of a smoky eye. You can do whatever you want. You can mix and match with all of these. I haven't played with this in a while, and the last time that I did, I wasn't very good at blending. The key to blending really is making sure that you're not pressing too hard with your brushes. I always have that problem, is I press too hard because I was so used to using sponges, and you have to like really get it in there. But with these brushes, you just kind of, once you have it saturated, you just kind of swoosh, 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 swoosh. Anyways, I'm going to pull back out the Sephora travel kit that I got. And this was awesome. I got this for $7 5 years ago. If you bought a little travel kit from them now, it would come with like 8 brushes, and it would be at least $20. Yeah, probably more than that. Sephora's ridiculous. Pro tip, I was talking to a Sephora worker, and Kat Von D is owned by Sephora. So technically when you buy Sephora lipstick, you're buying Kat Von D, and for me, it doesn't even bleed. Like, I hate Kat Von D. It bleeds everywhere, but I don't use lip liner or anything. I'm not that fucking fancy. I can be when I want to be, but I'm kind of lazy with my makeup. So I figure we could go, I'm gonna go ahead and go with the plum set that's on here. But not all of them. I'll go ahead and explain as I'm doing it. I'm sorry, I'm kind of like brain dead right now. I'm gonna hit my e-cigarette because I'm a dragon. Okay, got him, moron. I wonder if this is even recording. I feel a little silly. I'm gonna check. Oh, it is. Yay, go me. I did a thing. The things and stuff. Just trying to make sure the mirror isn't blocking the view. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with a shader. This is the pink one again. I'm gonna go ahead and do this whole little number. And I'm gonna go in. I like stuff that's closer to my skin tone. It's called like a transition color when you use a lighter base that covers your crease almost all the way up to your eyebrow. So I'm gonna start with, let's do Supermom. Boom, because we're both super moms. And I'm gonna come over here. I typically lean my head back. It's a lot easier. I have a lot of creases in my eyes, so I just kind of start here and just work it around. Any type of powder base makes it a lot easier for you to blend colors in. So it's actually really good that you use powders whenever you're doing your eyes and stuff. Make sure you get it there too. I don't know the consistency of the glitter stuff that you have. I have another glitter palette that I'm going to use just to kind of show you that you can add in, you know, pizzazz to whatever you're doing. But as you see, I'm lightly brushing just to make sure that I'm getting all the good stuff on there. I haven't used this palette in a while, so it'll be fun to kind of tool around with it again. I've been really heavy into my Anastasia Beverly Hills stuff since I got it for Christmas, so it's my jam. Okay, so I have a base. It's a transition color. I mean, I can even go to my tear duct with it, but I try to stay off of my actual eyelid. And then I'm gonna go ahead and, since I'm using a darker color, I'm gonna wipe it off a little bit. Wipe off the darker color with my paper towels. Paper towels are really handy, like I said. And I said I was doing the plum, and Brian's about to come inside, so I told him to wave. Hopefully he does. Let's see. Hi, Yummy. I'm doing the thing. We're trying. And now I'm nervous because you're here. Hi. Okay. And then, oh geez. Let's go with Natural Beauty next. It's a part of the plum line, but since I already used a different color as my transition base, I'm going to go ahead and come in with this. I guess I'll kind of go for a smoky eye where it gets darker towards the corner. But with the Natural Beauty, I'm going to go ahead and go in. And with these, you always want to stick, the same way I was talking about following the waterline up, you do the same thing with this. I usually kind of dab where my waterline is, and then I'll go with my crease. And then I'll dip back in. I'm not sure how pigmented this is because I haven't used it in so long. And then crease, and I kind of fill it in a little bit into my eye. I'm going to do the same thing in the inner corners as well. I'm going to make this darker too. But I'm going to be finagling with a lot of colors and doing some blending just to show you the blending brush that I have as well. I'm trying to lower my hand that way you can actually see what I'm doing with my eye. But as you can tell, I don't know how well the lighting is, but with the transitional color, it blends a lot easier even before I use my blending tool. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing with my other eye because that's just how I am. I go back and forth. I can't do one eye at a time. I don't understand that. And there's the little kitty cat meowing. I wonder if he'll start screaming like I've been telling you about. You're going to feed him? You can leave that open, baby. It's no problem.
Sure?
Yeah. I do my makeup in front of you all the time. Okay, but I'm doing kind of like V motions with this, so I get my crease and then I go back in, and just the outer edge of my eye is what I'm doing because I'll be filling in the center with something else. And you also, although you can layer a bunch, I don't like to layer too much because at some point it's almost like it won't take in the deeper colors. Make sure it's even. And this eye always looks darker to me. Also the beauty, if I go like too low, I just kind of do that, and you can go back in with your powder afterwards and just kind of shoop, straight line. All right, I'm gonna make it a little darker. Maybe I'll, you know, bombshell out. That was supposed to be a pun. There's one on here called bombshell. Okay. Yeah, I'm actually making a YouTube video for her. It's not like a FaceTime thing. Okay. And then this is a part where you don't really have to wipe off because I'm going into the deeper color, Best Friend. And I'm going to go over the same parts that I just did. It's a little bit darker and has more of a plum tone as opposed to like a French gray. I'll do this eye first. And with this one, I'm kind of just brushing downward because I'll be blending anyways. And I kind of ran it all the way across my crease towards the inner part. I always made the mistake, and I was really I pressed too hard and it always left creases and the brush would drag. And the lighter you are, the better with any type of makeup brush, which I learned the hard way. My nose is so annoying, and I've already used Flonase today. I don't know if you're supposed to use it twice, but I might. Who cares, right? But yeah, I always tilt my head back just to make sure that the colors are even. But my eye is always darker on the right-hand side because I have more shadowing due to being hit by a truck. I have a piece of my skull missing on this side, so it's a fucking pain in the ass to make sure my makeup's correct. And this lighting's also a little weird, but that's okay. We'll deal with it. And I'm going a little above my crease as well. I don't know if you can tell. Just so that you can see the transition once I get there. I always start towards the middle and go towards the edges. Most people are the opposite. You will figure it out and figure out what works best for you. And even though this isn't a blender brush, it really does work well to kind of blend it a little better. And it doesn't matter, you know, if your lines are really harsh or anything when you're first doing it, it doesn't matter at all. Now I'm gonna go in with the darkest color, Bombshell, boop, boop, right there. I'm gonna do the same thing, I think. I'm gonna go ahead and, but only on the outside. And this is like a really dark plum. But mixed with these colors, it doesn't really look that plummy. Go a little bit into my crease as well though, and come down into the corner of my eye. Ooh, that's really sharp, but that's okay because I haven't blended yet. Okay, and I'm gonna pull it in more into my eyelid itself. I couldn't think of that word earlier. Haha. Do. You know, and it's funny. I don't even know why I didn't do this, but I'm gonna do it. I know I have a darker color on here, but I'm gonna go back in with the Natural Beauty just because this has been one of my favorites lately. Blow it off a little bit, and I'll actually go underneath my eye as well. Like the sleepy look has kind of been in, and it's cool because I'm always sleepy, so it kind of makes sense. Haha. And the same thing on this side. I'm trying to do it to where you can see it, but you can see that there's pigment on my brush. And I blow it off a little bit. And then I will start where the top of my eye is and work my way down underneath my eye. And if it's a little dark, that's also good. I'm actually gonna go in with Best Friend again. That's the center color. That one. I'm just gonna make it darker because it's fun, and I'm gonna go back in with the transition color that I used initially, the Free Spirit one, or did I used Supermom. And I'm gonna blend it all together. That way it doesn't look like a fucking train wreck. Because right now, it might slightly look like a train wreck, especially on this side. You can kind of see how it comes out a little bit more. I don't know if you can see that, but okay. And I think, even though I kind of have a darker outside, I'm gonna go in, now I'm wiping my brush off on a paper towel. I just kind of use back and forth motions, like a windshield wiper or something. And I'm gonna go into, the pinky shade, the Caregiver shade. Caregiver. And I'm gonna go ahead and get the other side of my eyelid that I've been avoiding. So, to give it like a nice, and then your fingers are your best friend. And then I'll smudge it together with a darker color towards the end. And I'm gonna do that again on the other side. So the darker color on the outside crease, or the inside crease, excuse me, actually gives it a nice depth to your eye. All right, let me make sure this is even. And tilting your head back is a really great way to figure out if it's even or not. My mouth is really dry. You hear the cat? Oh my God, I hope you do. He's like, arr, arr. Okay, and your fingers, they're your best fucking friends, man. You're just gonna swoopity wop. I feel like I did too much of that nice little caregiver color, so I'm gonna go back in with best friend again. Like, it's all about just mixing and matching, and since you do art, I think you'll be fine just kind of figuring out what works best for you. I'm gonna go back into my crease here and just kind of give it an extra tweak since I put that lighter shade on. Actually, I'm gonna go with Bombshell, and I don't have to wipe off my brush due to the fact that I'm just dipping into a darker color of what I've already put on. And let's go ahead and make it darker around the edges again. That little V shape comes back into play where you're going into the corner of your eye and into your crease, and then the corner of your eye and then your crease. I went with Bombshell, and then you do the same thing on the side. It's the corner of the eye and then you crease. It's a V shape, corner eye, crease. I kind of come back in a little bit and darken that up. I didn't do that to this side, so go ahead and do that. And honestly, I'm gonna give my bottom a little bit more pizzazz, and I kind of go along my waterline, kind of where like those wannabe bags are. It's not like bags, but like just that line underneath your eye. Okay, and you see right now, it looks fucking messy. It's crazy. And then that's when you go back in with, or when you start with your blender, the purple one, which I'm gonna send you a list that has all the whatevers on it. And then I'm gonna go back into the Free Spirit, the transition color, kind of lightly go over that. Blow it off a little bit, and then you can see how crazy that blending line is, and I'm just literally going to go all the way around my eye and blend it all together. That way it doesn't look as feisty. Did I do Free Spirit? I hope I did Supermom. Fuck, what did I do? Oh, well, I'm going to do Supermom on the other side and see if it matches, because I don't remember. I think I used the other color on my other eye, but that's okay because I'm just going to do it back in. Another perk to makeup is there are no rules. I mean, there are certain rules, but it's not like crazy. I honestly would suggest investing in a white liner pencil, because your lash line is fine if it's black, but I'll show you a little trick. If you use, and now I'm pretty much done. No, I'm not done with my eyeshadow yet. I saw that you have the glittery colors. I have another Tarte palette that's really pretty inexpensive. It's called Make Believe in Yourself, and it's a beautiful palette. I think I got it for like $30 or something like that. It's probably a lot cheaper now that they've come out with some more bomb stuff. But it has a lot of like shimmery, nice colors, and the center color is actually a highlighter. That's usually what I use, but I'm gonna use the one that I'm sending you. Since I wanted this to be a more purple-based color, I'm just gonna add a little bit of shimmer right above my irises. This is purple-based, but I'm gonna go with the color Crystal right here, since there's brown bases as well, and it seems like it'll just be a little less outlandish to use. It'll kind of blend a little better. And this is when I use my finger. I feel like blending sometimes with your finger is the easiest option, unless it's like brow bone area. Okay. And then I'll go all the way and drag it towards the corner of my eye. And just a little bit of shimmer. And I used crystal. I'll do a close-up towards the end too, so you can kind of get a good idea of what's happening. Hopefully this is helpful. I feel kind of silly. I didn't have enough on this side. Wait, do I? I don't know, my lighting's really strange right now. No, I think that's fine. Okay. Okay. Now I get to the other stuff that is not eyeshadow, but I mean, that's, okay, I did use 5 colors because I used a transition color, but I mean, you can go totally across the board with these colors, like just every row is something else, or you can mix and match. It doesn't matter with this one. The black is actually really black. It's really pigmented, nice, but very neutral palette. And you have your little Sephora travel kit. Woo! I'm amped about this, obviously. I need to grab my black eyeliner, which is out here, because you usually use black eyeliner. So I'm going to kind of hit on what you... Oh, I'm not done with my eyes. Okay. And then we have this iridescent color right here. I'm going to use this in the corner of my eyes. Just kind of rub it in really good to where you kind of get that shimmery color. And I'm just gonna dab it, right on my waterline. Or tear duct, sorry. And this can be like messy, that's fine, because I mean, shimmer your life out, dude, like. We're made of stardust, you know? So freaking lame. This palette isn't as pigmented as the Tarte palette, so you do kind of have to be a little gruff with it. Even if you want to take one of the brushes and be a little harsh with it, you can do that, just to kind of, because it's so pressed. That's the only problem. Like if it was a little less pressed, it would be a great palette. I kind of go a little bit, I did the same thing with the blue, go a little bit towards on my waterline with the shimmery, so let me make sure it's actually showing up. Yeah, it is. It's just a pain in the butt. Here we go. Okay. And these videos take forever to upload, so sorry I've been a little like MIA, because if I left the app or even the web page, it would cancel it aborted my uploads. God, I love shimmery stuff so much. Okay, and since this is being a pain in the butt, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go back in and finish my eyes later, just so I can show you, because I'm sending you this kabuki brush as well. It's an Ulta kabuki brush, but I mean, I think it was like $4. Ulta has really good stuff for a lot cheaper than Sephora does. They do more deals and stuff like that. I'm just kind of wiping it off right now. And I'm gonna go in and just kind of see if dabbing it helps. I might have to go in just with my finger like I did with my eye. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go in with my finger. And then you just go above your cheekbone. My dermal's in the way on this side, but that's fine. You just kind of... I couldn't tell I was wearing this until my photo shoot and I had all the lights on me, so I'll take a picture afterwards with the flash and send it to you personally. And it might sound silly to use eyeshadow as stuff, but I mean, you use eyeshadow with anything. And you know what I'm actually gonna use? I'm gonna use the sparklies from this palette, since you're gonna have this palette, to make your eyeshadow pop a little better. My eyeshadow. Your eyeshadow now, but. Okay. I can't even tell like how much of this I'm putting on. Okay, yes, there's shimmer there. All the shimmer, all of it. Okay. And something like a cool trick that I learned, I'll put it on the tips of my nose. Just a little shine, and use the other finger to kind of get it off. I put it in my Cupid's bow. It's like a nice little touch. And it makes your lips stand out even more, but I have very thin lips, so that's okay. Oh, okay. So we have this fun little palette, and we have this gold color on here. This one, it looks really shiny, so I'm gonna try it. I don't think I've tried it yet, so. Ooh, yeah. Okay, since it is a little bit darker, I'm just gonna say fuck it and pull out my blending brush. Brush it off a little bit. I don't know if I brushed this off at all. And then I'm gonna go ahead and grab this, because I will be blending. Just little swirls, little dabs, whatever you wanna do. And since my outer corners are darker and the other color I used was lighter, I'm gonna go ahead and do that same like V motion. And it's slight, but there's a little bit of shimmers in there. I'm doing this beforehand. You should always do your eyeshadow before your mascara, otherwise you're fucking up your life. I'm pulling it in. That's nice, I like it, okay. Okay, and then I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. There's a little bit of fallout, but I mean, that's what powder's for. I love that Brian's home. He had a really rough day. So hopefully I can make his night a little better. Dang, this is like really shiny. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now, since I have a lot on, I'm brushing this off, and I'm gonna blend at this point. I was using a purple, so that red I was talking about earlier, I'm gonna go in with this red. Just tapping it. And I'm gonna add that red in with the gold. Or it's more of a mauve brown. Go under my eye with it too, sure, why not, right? And that might add some shimmeries under the eye too. I'm just gonna follow it all the way over like I did. And you can see the fallout. I don't know if you can see it, but it's much easier when you just ask Jude and be like, hey honey, come blow on my face, and it just comes off, but I don't have anything like that right now, so maybe this will work. Nope. Okay, so I'm just gonna, come on. Okay, no, now I just have silver highlighter. So I'm gonna go back in with the Fit Me. Jesus Christ, okay. But that's all right, I can just re-highlight. It's my life anyway. Anyways, my nose is red anyway, so kind of go over all that again. Allergies. Okay. So now I have my eyes almost completed, at least eyeshadow wise. Now I am done. And I was able to use what I'm going to send you entirely to show you that, you know, you can create that look very easily with both of these palettes and mix and match both of the palettes. I'm gonna be lazy though and not use any more of yours. I'm just gonna take my, oh yeah, you gotta make sure to wipe your fingers off too in between. Take my highlighter and just go swap. Take this highlighter and go swap. I make a lot of sound effects too, sorry, I have children. I kind of go into my temple about it too, but I'm like really, what's the word, annoying when it comes to makeup. I'm really flashy, I guess, most of the time. If you don't have blush, I highly recommend it. I use the same brushes. I use my Kabuki brush for my highlighter and my blush, just because this is also by Tarte, but I got it free as like a gift for buying a palette or something crazy. That was too much, about that much. And then I'll go into the apples of my cheeks, and then I kind of blend it all together. This is a nice blending tool as well. It's a little bit much, but what are you gonna do? But I can also use my fingers and just kind of wipe it down. And look, it just kind of goes away seamlessly because a powder foundation, a powder base is always really good to use. And then I'll start with my apple again, kind of dab, and then go towards my cheekbone. And then I blend it all together. Whatever, right? YOLO. Alright, that's good, that's good. Okay. Just so it can be more drastic for the picture, I'm gonna go ahead and go into my Cupid's bow with this palette. My highlighter's running out on this palette, it makes me sad. I wonder if you can hear the TV in the background. I have no idea what he's watching, but it sounds interesting. Okay. Okay, so that's good. But yeah, I'm like really flashy when it comes to highlighters and whatnot. Oh, and what I was saying, okay, so white liner. This is literally from Spirit Halloween. It was $1. You can use NYX, like anything, it really works. I use NYX as my setting powder. Okay, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna use this on my waterline, not my lash line. All the way up to my tear duct, but only on the bottom. Meow. Okay, that's a little too much, but we'll see how it comes together with some mascara. Meow. Kitty, meow. Okay. Gosh, wow, that really is way too much, but that's okay. Alrighty then. And then you use black eyeliner. I'm just thinking if I should. I usually mess up when I go in with black, so I'm just gonna leave it alone. And I'm gonna do mascara now. I tilt my head back a lot, but I have really long eyelashes as well, so when I do my mascara, I gotta like really make sure that it doesn't matter if you accidentally touch your like brow bones and whatnot with eye mascara. The best thing you can do is wait for it to dry and go in with a Q-tip and just dab it off. I might have that happen just because it's like. I make the best of my mascara by doing a back and forth motion, just to make sure they're super elongated. Sometimes I twist my brush outward as I'm rolling up. It's just what works for me, though. Everyone has different, you know, perks or whatever, tricks, words aren't working for me today. I love having really long lashes. It's my favorite feature, so I kind of make sure they're accentuated a lot. Way too much, but that's okay. Sometimes it gets me into trouble because then I have to like wipe off my mascara or my entire eye makeup just because like they'll turn spidery if I have really shitty mascara, which Target mascara is just as good as fucking Better Than Sex by Too Faced. I don't know why I'm not using that one right now, god damn it. This is probably the most tedious thing in makeup for me besides my lips is my eyelashes, just because of how much I enjoy eyelashes. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in, and the white is very extreme right now on my my lower lid. So I'm gonna see what the black does, the black mascara. My face is dry, so I do look very powdered right now. Kind of sucks. Everybody has a bad mascara face, right? I mean, it didn't make it much better, but it made it better. Just to kind of even it out a little bit. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and do my other eyeball. Trying to think of if there's anything else. I don't think so for today. I might do a tutorial tomorrow for a stiletto liner that's drugstore, but the felt tip is amazing. I'll show it to you in this video at least, like what it looks like. I hope you can see that I'm twisting the brush as I'm going up. Shimmying back and forth as I go throughout. And I honestly do have to close my eyes most of the time because my lashes are so long, but anyone can achieve this if they just use mascara properly that doesn't clump. Okay, I dipped in twice on the right side, so I'm gonna dip in twice with my left side as well. Why not? And before you do your mascara, you could even go back in with that blue color and like do the cat eye with the blue eyeshadow. Like, it's awesome. It's so versatile. Hopefully this video isn't longer than 20 minutes, but it probably is. Wee, mascara, I love you. Hopefully this is a good tutorial for you. If you have any questions, or if you couldn't see what I was doing due to my hand being in the way, I can always try to figure out a different way to set up my phone. I used to have an HD webcam, but I lost it within my moves. I might be able to find it. I feel like I saw it recently, but I could have been dreaming. That happens. You ever have dreams like that where like you lose something and then you find it in a dream and you're like, yeah, and then you wake up and you're like, did I actually find that? Hi, Hammy. I'm almost done.
You're a cook, baby.
Okay. My bottom lashes on the side aren't being as cooperative.
I'm having
Cereal for dinner?
Eats for dinner.
Yeah, that's the life. I wish I had insurers.
I didn't really eat today, so
Yeah.
I finally have an appetite back.
That's good.
To be honest with you.
I could even it out too. Like if one of my eyes has more mascara on it than the other, kind of, or like if one's straighter. Sometimes I'll even take like a tweezers and separate some lashes if they don't look the same. Okay, I believe this is my finished look. What is that? Okay, I don't want to use a wet finger because I have powder on. And rub it in. Rub it in a little bit. What are you? I got black on my nose. I think that's it. I get little wrinkles from putting on mascara. So all I'm gonna do about that is a little bit more of the Fit Me. Oh, also, if you want to know, this is called Party. That's the name of the color. It's Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush, and it's no joke. I've had this for probably about 2 years now, and I use it every time I put on makeup. So, all right, forehead, stop wrinkling, stop wrinkling. I think this color will match you too, because I'm really pale, and I was a little like about it at first, but it really actually blends into your skin color after a while. Like, I can't really tell too much, you know, that it looked darker, you know, before I put it on. But I think I'm just used to putting on Porcelain by NYX. Okay, and you always have to blend in with your neck. Otherwise, you're crazy. Okay. I think that's all I was... Oh, yeah. One more thing. This is amazing. It's by Maybelline. It's drugstore line. But the cool thing about this, let me make sure the tip isn't dirty. Cool, it's not. Is it's a very short felt. It doesn't bleed or anything like that. And I love the felt aspect because with brushes and whatnot, I always have a tendency to just like fucking go everywhere. This is the only thing I found I've bought in like $30 name brand whatever and hated it and just returned it just because it sucked. So let me see if I can figure out the lighting and see myself on this video. I hate the way the color is changing constantly. Trying to see if you can see the highlight on my cheek and stuff too. And that's my finished look.